The voice inside of your heart and your head, you know it. Talk you through all these days ahead. Hello, my name is Gena Sims, and I'm the founder of the Autism Theater Project and the producer of our web series, The Voice Inside. And I'm speaking with Nicole, an awesome playwright who is intent on changing the way the media deals with disabilities and presents them to audiences. So Nicole, tell us a little about yourself and your work.
Hi, my name is Nicole Zimmerer. I write plays and TV shows, and I've written a couple films, and I started my own podcast earlier
Awesome.
this year, so I'm really excited to be here.
So Nicole, tell me, what made you decide to start the podcast?
As a person with CP, cerebral palsy, it's really disheartening to see the fact that whenever I do see a disabled person represented on stage or on screen, it's the conflict of their life is almost always about their disability. And I'm like, no. I've always wanted to do a podcast centered around disability in the arts. The podcast is called Break a Leg, Disability in the Arts, which the title is excellent, if I do say so myself.
Listening to hear you talk about how you view disability for me, it feels kind of comforting for me because this past year I've been spending a lot of time homeschooling my little sister. My sister has autism, and she has a disability. And I found myself realizing that if I feel too sorry for her and for the struggles that she's having, I'm not the best caregiver I can be or the best big sister I can be.
Right.
I've seen firsthand how that sense of feeling sorry can really make parents and teachers a lot less effective because they're focused on the feeling sorry rather than one respecting the strength it takes for someone with a disability to just deal with the cards that they've been dealt and deal with it in a very confident, strong way. What they're going through, their obstacles in life are their obstacles in life, just like everybody has obstacles in life.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that really just helps open people's minds to how they can really help as opposed to help.
I want the story around disability to change from overcoming the disability to learning to accept it. There are a lot of advantages too. Like, I see the world completely differently from a lot of the people around me. Having a disability helped me get into college, you know what I mean? Like, my essays were amazing because they've never heard my stories before.
There's a huge industry behind the idea if you can get rid of the kids' autism, overcome the autism. I think one of the reasons care tends to dwindle as kids get older, kids with disabilities, is that because the obstacles can be so big and so difficult to deal with in certain situations, people run out of faith and confidence and hope at the end of the day.
Yeah. What I think it is there's a lot of like, if we can find a cure when they're young enough, then they won't have to deal with it when they're adults. So like, I think the problem is like this cure storyline that we as humans seek in everyday life. And it's just, because we're finding the cure for Alzheimer's and we're finding the cure for cancer, and those are fantastic. Like, there's also, we have to accept that there are some things that we might not be able to find a cure for. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't try, but also if we cure everything, then first of all, that's eugenics, which is bad. Second of all, like, we lose out on different perspectives, right? Because my perspective is different because of my disability, and your sister's perspective is affected by her disability affects her perspective. And I think we would lose so many good things about humanity if we just cured everyone of all differences.
I think what would be best for people to do is not so much focus on this hope to get rid of a child's
Right.
disability as much as the hope to, okay, how can we find the best treatments, the best, not only accommodations, but also the best opportunities for that child? How do we learn from that adult's perspective, that person's perspective, and how can we use their unique perspective to help further the world?
Yeah.
So Nicole, where can we check out your podcast?
Break a Leg, Instagram, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, and hopefully soon Spotify. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you, Nicole. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
From our conversation.
That's good. I learned a lot from our conversation as well. So
awesome.
Your voices, taxes, listen to your heart. Every day's a brand new start. Make decisions in your life that make great visions come to life.